And Augustine now, 50 years later, is mourning over this childhood prank. And Rod Serling says, give me a break, Augustine. I mean, what's the matter with you? I mean, people are out here guilty of adultery and of murder and of grand larceny and these serious things. And here's this guy, all exercise over stealing a few pears when he was a kid. But Augustine explained what it was that made him feel so remorseful. It wasn't the bare act of stealing this fruit. But he said, as I considered my life, and I consider the things that I have done that were evil, I could see that there were certain sins I fell into that though they were not excusable, they were certainly understandable. Yes, Augustine confessed to all kinds of sexual sins as a young man, fathering illegitimate children and so on. And he had remorse for that. He said, but that I can understand. There's a strong biological drive to become involved sexually. And that temptation can befall a person when they are at a weak moment, and anyone can succumb to it. He said, that I can understand. Doesn't excuse it, but I can understand it. He said, and I can understand a man who is starving stealing a loaf of bread. I don't think a man who is starving has a right to steal a loaf of bread, Augustine said, but I can understand the force of the temptation to do it. He said, but I stole pears when I didn't like pears. That is, there was nothing that would stimulate my passions to steal those pears except one thing, and that was the sheer joy in doing something that I knew was wrong. What Augustine was lamenting was the exercise of his fallen nature, of his flesh, for the sheer joy of doing it.